Okay, so this short video is going to go through how to use the Google Suite. And when I'm referring to the Google Suite, I'm talking about Google Drive, Google Mail, and Google Classroom. Now, Google Mail is your student email account, which you should be encouraged to use when you're emailing teachers rather than using your personal email account. So the main things I'm going to go through is Google Drive and Google Classroom. What I will say is to make sure that you're checking with your teacher beforehand about how they want you to use your Google Drive and your Google Classroom, because it may differ slightly to how I'm going to go through on this video. So the first thing I'm going to go through is how to use Google Drive and what we'd use that for. So Google Drive is effectively where you would store your documents. You would create and store your assignments, for example, the work you're completing whilst you're at college. You may come to a page which has 0 folders in. I think you're more likely to have one folder. So I've created one for this specific video. So I've called this one Nathan Boone, which is my name, and PE. If I study another subject, then I'm going to need to create another folder. To create a folder, you can right click in here in the space and click on New Folder, or I can click on New Folder. So if I study another subject, I'm studying maths, for example, I can create another folder. And again, if I'm studying another subject, I can create another folder. Now, at this point, you may need to share the folder with your subject teacher. To do that, again, right click on the folder. So choose the PE one, click on Share. And from here, you can start typing in your teacher's name and then click on Done. And that folder will be shared with your class teacher. By clicking to this folder, I'm going to briefly show you how to create different types of assignments or different formats. There's one already in here, which is in a Google Doc format. So again, I go over to the New button, and if I want to create a sort of written report, something in the style of like a Microsoft Word, that's what a Google Doc is. Google Sheets is similar to Microsoft Excel, and Google Slides is very similar to Microsoft PowerPoint. Just click on Slides to show you. Very similar format. And what you'll get is a heading or a title called Untitled Presentation or Untitled Document. Now that's no good at the moment because they will soon clog up your Google Drive and you'll have a load of different documents which are called untitled documents. It can become very confusing. So make sure you give each document or each presentation a heading. So in this case, I'll call it on personality, and that should show within my P folder. Now, because I've already shared this actual folder, anything which I do within that folder can be seen by my subject teacher. So that's how you create documents. In terms of accessing teacher resources and uploading assignments, this is where we come to something called Google Classroom. Okay, so when you first go into Google Classroom, you'll have 0 classes, unless you've actually added yourself already. Now, what you're going to need is a class code to access each individual classroom. So my class code is here. So students who need to enroll into nutrition will put this class code where it prompts you. So I'm going to show you now. Now to add yourself to a classroom, click on join or create class. In this case, I want to join a class. And then from here, I can pop that class code into there and click join in the top right hand corner. And that will take me to my teacher's classroom. So I'm going to use this one as an example. Now you've got different headings across the top. The stream is effectively a bit of a feed, and on that feed you can see if a teacher's put a notification on there, maybe a quick message reminder. You can see if new material has been posted, like you can see this one here, or if an assignment's been posted. The main thing you're likely to use on Classroom is a heading which is called classwork. So you can see here the teacher has added some resources. You've got some key documents, different videos. So you've got different headings which might be specific to the actual unit or subject which you are studying. So teachers are likely to put resources on here and also to put assessments or assignment hand-ins on here too. So this one, for example, you can see that some resources have been added. No one's handed this in yet, and not expected to. But as a student, you can then click into here and click Add Assignment. Now that might be linked to your Google Drive. It's highly likely it's going to be linked to your Google Drive. You can then add the things that you've created from your drive. So if your drive is linked to this classroom, that can be really beneficial. What I would say is to double check with your teacher about how they want you to use the classroom. They may not use Google Classroom to upload assignments. So double check with your teacher first of all.